Mad Smash! Mad Alliance was howling because Joe, aka Mad Joe FC. This is it. This is what the hype has been leading towards. Deku versus Kachan. Boku No Hero Academia, Season 3, Episode 23. Kick back, chillax, and let's get it. Uh-oh. Oh, frick! Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's serious. You gotta fight Deku. Oh my. Uh-oh. No! Ooh. Kachan breaking down? Oh, whoa.
オールマイトが秘密にしようとしてた。誰にも言えなかった。考えねえようにしてても、ふとした瞬間湧いてきやがる。どうすりゃいいかわかんねえんだよ。この戦いに意味なんかないかもしれない。勝ちにも負けにも意味はないのかもしれない。それでも僕はやらなきゃって思った。かっちゃんのこの気持ちを今受けられるのは僕しかいないんだから。ちょうどいい。シュートスタイルが君に通用するかどうか。
Yeah, you can at least test out your moves.
全力だ。
Gain something from it.
サンドバッグになるつもりはないぞ。かっちゃん。どうしようもない気持ちを戦うことで発散したいだけなのかもしれない。そうだとしても勝手だと一周することはできなかった。考えさせるな。着地まで距離を詰められる。まずい。
Oh God! Whoa! Ooh, that was nasty.
息つく間もない。どうせまた何か企んでんな。
Uh-oh.
そういうのがくしゃく悪かったんだ。僕にないものをたくさん持っていた君はオールマイトよりも見つけなすごい人だったんだ。さっきより素だ。感情が高ぶって少しコントロールが乱れた。もうずっとフルカウル状態は 5% の力を意識してた。自分の体がどれだけ鍛えられたかなんて
This time he just went all out.
じゃ気づかない。間に合うねえ。ガード。全身常時身体許容上限 8%。 君がすごいと思っていたから。だからずっと君を追いかけていたんだ。
Ah! Deku with the new move! Oh man!
ちょっと待って、間に合わなかった。急にギア上がりやがこんなもんかよ。 はお人よしじゃない。シュートスタイルは腕を酷使しないための戦い方。5% なら使えないとは言ってない。
Oh, oh, frick.
勝利の権化である君に勝ちたい。次は君だ。僕を選んでくれたオールマイトに応えるために。負けるか。
Oh no. Oh. Holy frick frack.
俺の勝ちだ。オールマイトの力、そんな力持ってても自分のもんにしても俺に負けてんじゃねえか。
そこまでにしよう。二人とも
Uh-oh.
悪いが聞かせてもら
Oh,
ったよ。
Naito.
オールマイト。なんでデクだ。ヘドロの時からなんだろう。なんでこいつだった。
非力で誰よりヒーローだった。君は強い男だと思った。すでに土俵に立つ君じゃなく、彼を土俵に立たせるべきだと判断した。
Yeah.
俺だって弱えよ。あんたみてえな強えやつになろうって思ってきたのに弱えから、あんたをそんな姿に。
これは君のせいじゃない。こうなることは決まっていたよ。
Yeah.
君は強い。ただね、その強さに私がかまけていた。抱え込ませてしまった。
Whoa. Holy
すまな
frick.
い。君も少年なのに。緑谷少年が爆豪少年の力に憧れたように、爆豪少年が緑谷少年の心を恐れたように、気持ちをさらけ出した今ならもう分かってるんじゃないかな。
Mm-hmm.
互いを認め合い、まっとうに高め合うことができれば、助けて勝つ、勝って助ける、最高のヒーローになれるんだ。こうなった以上は爆豪少年にも納得いく説明がいる。それが筋だ。
Yeah.
オールマイトはカッちゃんに話した。巨悪に立ち向かうため代々受け継がれてきた力ということ。その力でナンバーワンヒーロー、平和の象徴となったこと。ただ今までとは違え。デク、お前が俺や周りを見て吸収して強くなったように、俺も全部俺のもんにして上へ行く。選ばれたお前よりもな。じゃあ僕はその上を行く。行かなきゃいけないんだ。
Yeah. This is gonna turn into a back and forth thing.
だからその上を行かないといけない話って。
以前と違ってまっとうにライバルとなった。
ヒーロー仮免許の試験を終えたその晩に喧嘩とは元気があって大変よろしい。
相沢君待って、捕獲待って。
Yeah.
私にあるんだ。
はい。だからルールを犯しても仕方ない。で済ますことはできません。しかるべき処罰は下します。先に手を出したのは俺。
僕も結構ガンガンと。
爆豪は4日間、緑谷は3日間の寮内禁止。その間寮内
Wow.
して清掃、朝と
Wow.
3成分の提出。怪我については痛みが増したり引かないようなら保健室へ行け。ただしばあさんの個性には頼るな。勝手な傷は勝手に直せ。
Wow.
以上。出ろ。
シュートスタイルさ、どうだったかな。
No answer.
予備動作がでけえ。速度アップしてもギリ反応できた。ランダ戦には向かねえ。そっか。
Boku No Hero Academia will always stand to time as one of, well, in my personal opinion, the best anime. But it will definitely stand to time as one of the best anime to have ever been made. It will always be my favorite anime. This episode, I know I've said this about a lot of episodes, but this episode was one of the best episodes of the entire show. We got a lot of action and a lot of story and a lot of feels just in this one episode. And I'm so happy they finally addressed Bakugo. And I mean, we've known his personality and stuff, but I feel in this, I mean, they addressed him a little bit in that episode where Deku and Bakugo have fought All Might, but in this episode, they really expressed Bakugo's feelings, everything that he's been thinking about, why he has this, you know, he has this rage, this anger, the reason why he is the way that he is. And it's a lot of things, you know. Deku told him early on, so it wasn't just Deku having to keep to himself that he knows the thing about All Might, you know, weak and stuff. He told Kacchan early on, so Kacchan has also been having to keep this inside of him, and that's with Deku knowing more about this stuff than Kacchan. Kacchan knew about the All Might thing, but then there was still a lot more that he was unsure of, that he had to put puzzle pieces together to figure out, like Deku, you know, the whole thing with Deku having All for One, him getting it from All Might. So there was still a lot that Bakugo didn't know, but he knew the thing about All Might, and so he had to keep that to himself. So it was just as hard, if not harder, for him than it was for Deku to keep that to himself. And then, you know, Deku's always been, ever since they were kids, Deku's always been following him and stuff. Every time that Bakugo like punch him or kick him down or something, Deku always gets back up, and he always follows Kacchan because he thinks that Kacchan is amazing. He thought Deku didn't have a quirk as a child, so, you know, he thought that Bakugo had an amazing quirk. He just thought that Bakugo was amazing and strong, and so that's why he always followed him. But then Bakugo's thinking, you know, like, this kid has been following me this whole time, but now, ever since he's gotten this quirk, I feel like I'm the one who's having to follow him and get better than him when he's the one who's always been following me. And of course, that stuff you know about Bakugo, of course it was hinted at and stuff. Like, we had an idea, but in this episode, it's like it was just all laid out on the table for us. And all those things that he's been having to deal with, it all came to a head when he finally figured out it was All Might, wasn't it? You got this quirk from All Might. That's when it all came to a head. That's when he really just couldn't control it, and that's when everything really just let loose. He couldn't keep it together anymore, and he wanted to fight Deku because he had, you know, the one for all quirk, so, you know, the same quirk that All Might had, and the person that Bakugo and Deku admired, that same person, you know, acknowledged Deku heavily and not really Kacchan as much. So just that stuff made him mad. And also, you guys, I saw this in the comments because I remember in my review for last episode, I said, like, well, why do they, and Deku even said it in this episode. He said what I was thinking, like, we don't have to, you know, fight to hash this out. But you guys actually said this kind of like a trope in anime. like a thing, I guess, is that when two people have differences, I guess, they fight it out. I guess that's just like something that they do. So if that's, you know, a thing and a common trope, it's no big deal. And like I said, it gives us a fight to watch, so there's nothing too bad about it for me. And Deku just gave him the fight because he just kind of saw that this was like really the only way that Bakugo can get these expressions out. And also, I mean, like Deku said, it gives him a chance to really go all out with his shoot style and test it against someone who's hitting heavy on him as well. So yeah, he just went completely all out on him. And also Bakugo, he thinks, you know, it's his fault because it's his fault of what happened to All Might, you know, him losing his One for All. You know, if he wasn't kidnapped by the League of Villains, then All Might wouldn't have had to come save him, and, you know, all that wouldn't have went down. I feel it would have went down anyway, so it isn't really Bakugo's fault. Kind of like All Might said, it's us as adults, you know, and since All Might kind of neglected Bakugo a little bit compared to Deku, and All Might is someone who Bakugo really admired, and to be neglected by that person who you admire, you know, so it was kind of the adult's fault, but Bakugo thought that it was his fault, and so that, along with everything else, it just got too much. So it's good that All Might came and, you know, cooled things down, and despite Deku having One for All, I mean, it isn't like he's as good with it as All Might, so, and, you know, Kacchan was really going hard and serious, so he ended up actually getting the win. And I remember, like, this was when I first got into anime. I don't know if you remember, those who have been with me, remember when Shoto won against Deku in the tournament? And I was so disappointed because, like, Deku's, like, you know, pretty much considered the main character, and so he lost. And I was so upset about that. And I remember you guys telling me in the comments, like I was still new to anime, so you guys were like, well, this is something different, you know. And in anime, the main character doesn't always win the battle, and, you know, it's about learning and developing and getting better and stuff like that. So that's also what this was too. Deku was, you know, he was going all out with the shoot style and stuff, but he still lost, but it's not bad. It's, you know, just about developing, learning things you could have did differently, and it's just about getting better, you know, to get to the top of where it is that you want to be. Now, I don't know. I can see I wouldn't say a friendship, but kind of like the same thing with Shoto and Inasa, I guess. They had kind of like it wasn't really a friendship, like a kind of mutual respect kind of thing. Not necessarily high respect, but just kind of like a low level neutral respect kind of thing. Helping each other develop and get better. I can kind of see that with Deku and Bakugo. Not a friendship, but like a low level neutral respect, helping each other develop, get better. Even though they're rivals, like All Might said, they're now proper rivals. They understand each other more because Bakugo really let out his emotions and his feelings and expressions in this episode. So that was good and healthy for him to get all that out of his system, even if it took a fight to do it. It's good that he got all of that out, and, you know, now they can help each other, because even in the end credit, you know, Deku was like, how's my shoot style? And, you know, Bakugo, he was telling him, you know, different things that he did, things that he didn't do as well as he could have, you know, so I see that kind of relationship between them, and I like it, you know. Bakugo, it isn't like they're going to be friends. I don't know if I see that happening. I don't know if I can see that happening. But a low level of mutual respect. What did you guys think of this episode? And my manga readers, let me know especially what you guys thought. Was everything, and because I know that this is like a thing, since, you know, manga readers know what's going to happen. The same thing with the All Might versus All For One fight, you know, how it adapts from the manga to the anime. Was everything in this Deku versus Kacchan fight animated according to the manga? Was everything how you wanted it to be? Let me know all that stuff. I'd like to know. As I'm an anime watcher only, those of you manga readers who already knew what was going to happen, I'd like to know your thoughts on this episode, if it was how you predicted it to go down. Of course, it's a direct adaptation, but, you know, it's still animation compared to just seeing a single picture on, you know, a book page. So let me know your thoughts on this. This was my reaction and review for Boku No Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 23. Let me know what you thought of the video down below in the comment section. Links from my social media will be down below in the description box. Smash the like button. Share this video with anyone you feel would enjoy. If you are new around here and you like what you see, tap the subscribe button and ding dong the notification bell to join the Mad Alliance on our journey to 100,000 subscribers. My name's Joe, aka Mad Joe FC. I hope you all have a marvelous day. Mad out. Mad. Strong. Together.